mukyali ne Allen Mulungi owa Mulungi Tours and Travel. Era nyongera okukakasa nti gwe ayagala okutravelinga ono ye muntu asobola okutambuza mu ngeri ennungi, okutambula obulungi. N'owulira nga story ye w'ogiwulidde tosobola kuba disappointed when you move with her. Ajja kubanga abasomera enamba at the end of the show mutegere omusobola omusinkana and call her. Nyongera okubajjukiza nti bumu cultural performance nayo weeri okubanga eperforminga ku mikolo egy'enjawulo, oba olina omukolo ogw'enjawulo, wedding, birthday, political campaigns, webali okubanga baperforminga ku mikolo gyo, any functions that you have. Ate n'okubanga batunda amataala ag'enjawulo, amataala agasobola okulightinga amaka, shoot zo oba olina show z'okola, n'okubanga they shoot different things, bashootinga emikolo, bashootinga weddings, bashootinga shows. Kyonna ky'oba oyagala basobola okukikolera, era osobola okubatuukirira kweyo ennamba gy'olaba ku screen babeere nga bakolera ekyenjawulo. Allen, kati tutuuse ku Mulungi Tours. Azaalibwa atya? Azaalibwa ddi? Ka pressure kyakaali awo.
I know. So the year 2019, 31st October, that is when I officially got my registration number at URSB for Mulungi Tours, because I fell out with my former boss around September. Nangamba sikkirizibwa kuva mu kampani ye okujjako nga mwadde omutwalo gwa $1. Like yali answering sa contract. Me, I was excited because you see omugagazi on board. That is actually caution for everybody. Before you sign a contract at any place of work, be sure you've read the terms and conditions. Tochamuka. Omulimu nebe guba musava muti at the end of it, somehow, somewhere, muba muka court nga kayinza okukwata off guard. So yali unsigning sa contract nga nti bwemba nvudde, because the unsigning sa contract nga ya mwaka. So we had just worked for about 5 months or 4. Kati atenze ne mulaga nti I'm pulling out. Netwezoba. Naye okusinzira kubya, when I spoke to my lawyers, bangamba if we go to court bajja gugoba, because that's a dubious way of taking advantage of someone. Yeah, so of course we had a bit of ruckus, bakunonya, but in that whole process, I was getting boiled up. Nengenda ku URSB, nenkola name reservation, nenkola actually nalinjagala gituma Allen Tours. Nebabigobanga, there is one that is, there is another travel agency that has Allen in it. So nebajigoba, so I gave them like 6 other names, and then I'm like, let's call it Mulungi. So I gave them Mulungi, nebajigoba. Nebangamba Mulungi is a lot of Mulungi this, Mulungi that. Find something that is going to differentiate you from the rest of the Mulungis. So I'm like, AM. So nebambuza kitegeza nebagamba Allen the Mighty. I know. I know, because I was looking for something different. Ngasichiraba, yes. So nenjituma Mulungi AM Tours and Travel.
Oh, that's the AM.
That's the AM.
Kati nze bulijjo ngamba Allen Mulungi.
Yeah, at already it's Mulungi. So that AM is Allen the Mighty. Yes, that's how it comes. So I opened my company with just a phone and wisdom from God and energy to move door to door to make sure I bring sales on board. It was almost clocking to December, and usually that is a peak season.
Oh yeah.
However, which was the saddest moment of this time, is we were crossing over to 2020.
Don't talk about 2020.
I know. So December was really good, not as much, but it was equally good because I was just a new business person in the whole business independently, and I got clients. I worked for them, and then so we go into 2020. I had planned for April, which was Easter season. but it was all a flop because of the COVID kati ate ne batuteekako lockdown and the whole season batusiba mu March ne batusiba wezwi of course kati nsi yonna ne tuvunama kati during that season ng'ennyonyi tezitambula.
The tours was affected so much.
Kati nenyingira obulunzi ntandika okulunda enkoko.
Ofuse farm. Poultry keeper.
Kugambi. So, given my home when nali mbeera wali watono nnyo nga of course sina nawe nnondira. Naye nali nina savings bwange when nali nakola nga njagala noonya kyakola. Kati my dad kuba twali tetubeera naye we yali abeera nga alinawo ekiyumba ng'alundiramu embizi n'enkoko. Naye nga baneighbor be basiraamu so nga baazimulemesa. Kati nadda mu nkoko completely. Kati ne musaba we join efforts and do together. And at that time naye yali mulwadde. Kati nga he even needed someone to take care of him. So I moved into my father's house. I started taking care of him. Unfortunately in July that same year 2020 he passed. But he left me in charge of the house and all those other things. So I grew my nkoko business mpola mpola. Kati yatuyisa mu COVID kuba abantu balyanganye enkoko amagi buli kimu nga kya layisi nga n'emmere y'enkoko ya layisi blah blah, but of course it will take you through in a way or another. Naye 2020 abaatuuka wakati ne batuddamu ne batuta.
Ne batandika otuta kati.
Mpola mpola nti batadde bano kati ne batuta, eventually ne batuta completely. Ne ntegeka trip to Dubai ng'erina kubaawo mu November. Kati abantu okwenaazaako ennaku ne bampagira almost kufa bufi. For the first time I got 21 people.
Wow.
Kati out of that when nafuna profit says nengizigulawo office. I officially opened up an office. Nefuna ekifo, nefuna ebikozesebwa. Then I started owning an office.
Oronga nga boss one yali yagala okutwala gwa dola omuwuliza. Wagumuwa?
Ngujjewa. Ngasigulisa, of course nali sigulina. Naye twamala ne tutuuka ku nzikiriziganya twayogerezeganya. And then eventually ne tutuuka ku nzikiriziganya, yes. So tandise mulungi tours egenze ekwata yaawo ngenze nanga bannange mulungi. One of the things I do is I make sure you notice me. How can you not notice that I am doing tours and travel? Like there is no way.
By the way, there is no way.
There is just because my social media speaks about Mulungi. Actually, the moment you get there, you will know immediately because all the money, all the clients I've gotten them from social media.
Even on your birthday,
yes.
I got to your status.
Yes.
And those chifanani chimu kyokka kye kyogera oba ku birthday. Ebigadde kibaawo nti kya birthday naye linnya ku nnyonyi.
Thank you.
Linnya ku nnyonyi wendazeeko ennaku.
I know.
Linnya ku nnyonyi.
I encourage people, like, because one thing I realized with Ugandans, of course, travel is a luxury. I was talking to one of my fellow business person. Naye ye atunda ttaka. Katinga ngamba mbu fena tutunda luxury. Ne mugamba yes, ttaka luxury, but ttaka is investment. Dia bei yes, sigamba nti otunda masuuka gena kitundu, tibajja gagula mangu and blah blah, but ttaka is investment. You can buy land and your money grows. Bokwata milioni 4 nozigulamu ettaka mu mwaka guno. Kati I'm assuming esente ze bampa okulinnya mu ennyonyi mu 2019 singa nagulamu ttaka. Right now singa ettaka eryo it is so expensive.
Yeah.
Naye nze nadizirinyamu ennyonyi kati ndinjinyumyako obunyumya. You get. Nenkola trip yange yasooka nenzigulawo office. So from there I kept on advertising and making awareness abantu to make sure bamanya for tours, not for anything else. So waliwo omuntu omu gwe nalimboza ne mugamba nti bwe bagamba nti maybe Hilda, the moment they mention Hilda, the next thing that will come to my mind, definitely. So you must be defined. nabadde ndaba ka video ka Uncle Mo ng'agamba nti bw'obanga mu famire yammwe bazadde bo bwe baba bakunnyonnyola bagamba nti omwana waffe gundi lawyer, omwana waffe gundi makanika, naye oyo tetumanyi byakola bulungi like nga gwogattagatta ebintu omulundi gumu. So I'm one of those people nti the moment you mention Allen, the next thing you're going to mention is a plane. Exactly. Because that's what I sell. Chotuwa chetutekinga. So people can be like, oh, yo muntu ali very publicly naye ntunda business yange. Nja kubulira nti enkya ngenda kulinnya nnyonyi leero ngenda kulinnya bwenti lwakuba abantu mu Uganda abantu otegeera amaze kulinnya. But if now me being that it's my business, mbabulira 2 months away. I urge people that have brands, let your brand speak for you more than yourself. You can show us a bit of your family. Actually, kisinga okuvumisa abantu ku social media nti atulaga beyond what they are doing as work. Not protecting a family yo ne bagisabula ne basabula nani. Yes. So I know, So if you have your brand and you want to sell that particular thing, come and speak to us about that particular thing every time you come on camera.
Sikozesa status kulwana kwevumagana
byogwo mulembe gwaggwawo nze wenda abantu abali status.
I think it's maturity.
It actually comes with maturity. But also I'm not seeing these students doing that thing anymore. Like I think that was for us when we were still growing, because our status is ali za kajja. These things have been all over. So you must use your media to put yourself out there.
Marketing.
Exactly.
Kati olwo otandise you began mulungi emaze okuzaalibwa okozeyo trip esooka.
Yes.
Okomyewo tewafuna challenges ku trip esooka?
Actually my first trip safuna challenge because abantu bali bakava mu holiday COVID. What I would say challenge, but I wouldn't want to call it a challenge. And travel yakyuka nnyo, abantu abatambula mu COVID season ngolina ofuna manya PCR test oteekeko manya ate vaccination bichi. Yes, all those things came through, but making more expensive. Yes, nga abantu bafiirawo. Because I remember as a company we had 4 tours in that period of the COVID years. Naye era zonna abantu nga olanga abantu ne bajja ne bakuwagira. So I think from there kati nemanya nengamba nti okay kati nkuteyo ku Dubai, I must not do Dubai alone. So I went into deeper waters kati kutandika okukola Europe, and my first Europe tour yali ya 2023. And I personally didn't know. Actually very many people have no idea about how these things work. Omuntu wagamba Europe, fe tuba tulowooza nti Europe is America, Canada, but those are different. The general word is their Western countries, but Europe as Europe is
the Norway, German, Belgium, Netherlands,
and they are called Schengen countries. Never ofuna visa of any of them. Access to the rest of them, yes.
Wow.
Without any extra check-ins and stuff. Olutuka, you just proceed.
So when you visa ya German, so ogende Norway. Ogende Austria, ogende Luxembourg, ogende Italy, ogende France, ogende Sweden, ogende Denmark, ogende Netherlands, ogende Switzerland, ogende Spain. All those are Schengen countries with just that one visa. We actually have a trip in April and we have another one in June for those particular countries. This very year. Newe umuzako di.
Right now kati mpumulechi. Kuba I'm going to get married at time T, and I'll be babysitting and
ngotuma balala ntikati gundi gwoba ogenda nabo.
Yes. But for now and besides I'm not doing travel as a business only, but it's my hobby. Nze njagala nnyo okutambulira mama yanvumanga nnyo nga ndi muto nga ngamba mbu ninga embwago zaako nga mugoberera omanyi bano abaana abagoberera nga sibeera waka naye nga bankuba naye nga sikowa like being home was so much boring so me I always moved to I don't know where but I just wanted to move.
You can't sit somewhere for 2 hours
mambo even sitting in my office like stool unless I'm really doing so much work but ero tula after 1 hour at least save gamuko nengenda nengula juice nenkoma like
notambula muko butambuzi
no my brain wants to be active and moving 24/7 so I love to travel it's an adventure that you can never explain like the worth because it's beyond just traveling. Yes. So it's a good thing, by the way. I encourage everybody, if you can afford, you don't have to get the money at once because lately travel has simplified. You can do installment payment. You can say I'll travel 2027. That is my year of travel, and you start planning today.
Now.
Yes, because even if you're traveling, even if you want to book a ticket for 2030 and you want to book it today, you can still book
it. Abantu abafuna visa beralikirira visa ja kusaba visa bamumme
ngodamu abantu abana mu Luganda bagamba nti ekigwo ekimu tekirobera mwana kutambula like bobanga bakusibusa naffe batumma actually people think tolwokuba obeerabeera nnyo ku nnyonyi bw'ona ogenda osaba visa bajja kuwa. Now embassies, this is something I want to tell the public. Embassies don't care whether you are from Mars or from wherever. They will reject you a visa and oftentimes they won't even give you a reason why they did. Especially the US embassy. Okay, tukumanyi tukuyambe tutya. This is our embassy and we don't feel like we want you to come into our country. Calm down. Wow. Anyone, and they can let anyone in, the person you least expect. So about visas, anyone can get a visa and anyone can be rejected a visa, keeping all factors constant. I've applied for MPs, nebabama. I've applied for people that are regular. Nagenda ku embassy first time aina passport impya tatambulangako nebamuwa baba wera ddala. Ate osobola okubanga otambudde olina visas nyingi mu kataboko olina bank statement ne bakugamba we are sorry and they don't even give you a reason and they don't even allow you to appeal.
How about these people nga bank statement ye nga tell is so rich,
and if they give you that as a reason then you know what to do. But I'm giving an example of the US embassy.
No, what I'm asking is nabo batero bawa visa
anti kyekyo kyenkugambye nti embassy ziwa gwe zaagadde ne zimma gwe zaagadde. Osobola ogenda nga bank statement yo teri that rich but somehow luckily nga because according to how their system work bagamba nti guno omwaka we are giving 10,000 visas to Africa ne bazidividinga nti Nairobi, Kampala, Kigali, like that. Ne bagamba nti kati mu buli city tujja kuwaayo abantu bwe bati. So osobola okujja mu season nga baka declaring nti guno omwezi tugenda kuwa 100 people in Kampala. Nobanga ku bantu abasabye ogwo omwezi be bakutte applications zaabwe oli omu ku bo nga muli strictly 100 mwenna ne babawa ne muva ku embassy nga buli afuluma na visa. Next month nejja nga bagambye guno omwezi tugenda kuwaaka aba
babiri
and the random choice goes to whoever nga buli ava ku embassy ayina rejection oba MP oba oyina bank statement oba okolera kitongole oba nga mwenna muli rejected. Bibeerawo ebintu bino. No kamba naye nze but I've even been there before. Tonyumya. It is my luck. Era tewali visa nyangu ate tewali visa nzibu. First and foremost, God is timing. Bwe kiba kiseera kyo Hilda. Bwebanga season yo wakiri gundi Trump akube simu n'agamba oyo bamuwe. There is just a way visa things operate. Era nze ngamba ba client bange abajja gyenda abakubuuza kati visa kyenyangu esinga tewali visa ne Dubai ewa esobola okukuma December onava Dubai etumye visa including myself I've been to Dubai a million times. Like buli week kyenkana mba ngenda. Time yajja ne batuwa ban ne nteekamu visa 52 visas zonna nga ziri rejected. So there is no visa that is for the sake of it. And yet bwebanga system eri okay eya Dubai. Visa ogiteekamu ku makya saawa 2 by saawa nyangu oli ku nnyonyi. That's how it is. So there is nothing like ebintu bya travel tebiri static. Nti bwekyali olubereberye bwekiri nekaka luli osobola okujja nga baali basaba 80 euros for visa fees n'okomawo after 2 months nga basaba 90 euros oba 100. So naffe abakola nalabye nina interview gye nabadde ndaba nga bagamba mbubadde okimanyi nti tewali nsi ya Europe echarginga more than 1 million shillings. That's true. Tewali nsi ya Europe charging more than 1 million shillings omuntu okutambula. However, bw'obanga ogenda byekolerako, that is when you won't pay more than 1 million. But don't expect me with my experience, my time, my expertise to come and do it for you free of charge.
Yeah, by the way.
And I will set my price. Thank you. After the consultation, because omusawo aba alabye experiences ezenjawulo gwe n'omugamba seba ojje buzi akubuulire ki ekikuluma. How? It's not possible. Nze charging a consultation fee. Atebikola. Me, I charge consultation fee in my office. Because if you think it's free or it's basic knowledge, Google. You Google it. Yes. Because data wa maker. I think the cheapest data bundle is 500 shillings.
250 shillings.
Thank you very much. And when you get that, you can Google and get information. So if you think it's as easy, it's basic knowledge, so you are coming to collect basic, please buy data. And because zengenda kusaba $10. Yeah, because I'm giving you my time, experience and wisdom at the same time, which is going to save you from a lot of mistakes that you're going to do along the way. And many people think it's better to organize a trip on their own, but it's of a better advantage to organize a trip through an agent. At the end of the day, you want to go for a holiday. I mean, you want to rest, but you have to worry about who is going to pick you up, what food you're going to eat, which place you're going to go, what hotel. What are we for? That's why there is a travel agency and you are the client. What you do is make your money, give it to me. I'll just call you, pack your bags. They pick you up, they take you everywhere and
no
then bring
suffering.
you back.
I'm looking for visa.
I've seen people that have booked what we call Airbnb. They get to the places and either the person with the key is not there or the place where they booked is actually very far from the airport and all those things that they don't have proper knowledge about. So it is very important for someone to recognize that I'm just going for a holiday. It's not like a business trip until you can get tickets. If you're going for a holiday, use an agent. It's cheaper. Because ate fene rates zitufunirako ebintu bino. Yanjawulo ku yammwe abali ordinary.